Are you sick of how bad the item duplication glitch with the bow is? Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're in luck, because now there is an incredibly easy item duplication glitch will blow your mind. And the only thing you need for this is one shield, and then you'll also need to know how to shield jump. To do this, you pull out your shield with ZL, and you make sure you hold it as if you're guarding. And then you can hit X and A at the same time, which initiates a shield surf. So you just practice this a few times to be able to jump onto your shield. Now this next part you need to do exactly as I show you with no variation. I've tested every version of this and you need to do it just like this. Open up your inventory and you can sort it by material if you want. We need to find an item that we have one of. If you don't have any items of one for some reason, what you can do is maybe hold 4 in your hands, like I have 5 of these. I can hold 4 of these in my hands and I can just drop them over there. And now we have 1. I already have this 1 puff shroom in my inventory. That's perfectly fine. Now, for those of you that are trying to do this for money, you're probably going to want to use diamonds. So you're going to hold this in your hands and you're going to drop that on the ground. And then you're going to pick it back up. This puts this item at the very end of your inventory, and this is very important. You actually can duplicate these items anywhere in your inventory, but you need to have it in your last slot so you don't lose any of your other items. So now what we need to do is initiate the shield jump, pause it while we're in the middle of the air, and then we're going to go back and find that item that we have 1 of. So we have this 1 puff shroom. We're going to hold that in our hands, and then we're going to go all the way down to the bottom of our inventory for the item that we want to duplicate, which is our diamond. We're now going to hold that. Then we're just going to exit this menu. We're going to hit the ground, and these items are going to pop up behind us. So we've got the diamond and the puff shroom. Once you pick the items back up, you'll notice that we have an extra diamond, but we still have 1 puff shroom. Now we can do the same thing, but get more items. I'm going to resort my inventory by type, so that way the puff shroom's at the top. I'm going to refine my diamonds, but now I have to hold 2 in my hands and drop both of them. And then I'm going to pick both of them back up. This is going to put the diamonds back at the bottom of the inventory, which is exactly where we want it. Now, if we do the shield jump, enter the menu. I'm going to hold that 1 puff shroom, and now I'm going to hold both diamonds. We're going to exit this menu, and we're going to pick all these items back up. And we'll go back down, and now you'll notice that I've duplicated 2 of them instead of just 1, which is great. So now we have 4 diamonds, and you can keep going with this. So now we're going to hold all 4 of these diamonds in our hands. We're going to drop it, and then we're going to pick all of these back up, and they should be at the bottom. Now this is where things can start getting a little bit tedious. I'm going to do it again, this time with all 4 diamonds, and we're going to pick these all back up. And you'll notice now we have 8 diamonds. Now to be able to keep doing this with diamonds, I'm going to have to drop 5. I'm going to have to go back in and drop the other 3, because we need to get them all out of our inventory for it to end up at the bottom again. Now do keep in mind, you can only have about 20 items down on the ground before things start despawning. So I recommend doing this if you're trying to do it for money, doing this near a shop where you can sell your diamonds once you get to around 20. Now I know many of you are probably going to try and take a shortcut on this, because you think you're going to cheat the system. Trust me, you won't. And I'm going to show you why. The only real requirement for duplicating an item is that the item that you choose as your placeholder for your initial hold has to have 1 item in your inventory. So when you select it, it goes down to 0. And then the item that you want to duplicate just has to be after it. But there's a problem if the item is not at the very end of your inventory. So say we grab 4 of these diamonds in our hands right now. Keep an eye on our rubies. We have 40 of them right now, and we're holding 4 diamonds in our hands. When we let go of this, we're going to still duplicate all of our diamonds. We now have 12 diamonds instead of 8, but we now also only have 36 rubies. What's happening is if the item you're trying to duplicate isn't at the very end of your inventory, it's going to eat the items directly to the right of it. So if we're duplicating 4 diamonds, it's going to eat 4 rubies. That's why every time you do this, you need to drop all the items onto the ground, pick them all back up, and make sure that the items you're trying to duplicate are at the very end of your inventory. Now what's great about this is you can do this with anything that you can hold in your hand. So it's going to be anything under materials. So you can duplicate the most powerful fusion materials. You can make tons of money. You can literally do whatever you want. Now with any glitch, I always recommend saving a game before you do this. So that way, if there are any issues, you can just revert to the save game. But I really do hope you all enjoy this, and I'll see you all in the next one.